Then to decide pole position here for the Grand Prix of Teruel. Who's going to deal well with the pressure late on here in this qualifying session? So much at stake as we get now down towards the nitty-gritty part of this World Championship. Taka Nakagami sitting on top of the pile. As we mentioned earlier on, Makoto Tamada, way back in 2004, the last Japanese rider to have a MotoGP pole position. Is that 16-year barren run about to come to an end? Only twice this season have we had motorcycles that are not Yamahas on pole position. There's of course Bruno, Johann Zarco, on the Sponsorama Racing Ducati, and then of course Pol Espargaro, the Grand Prix of Styria. Just see there going through the shot, Quartararo being tailed by Alex Rins. Something about Fabio Quartararo and those two bright blue Suzukis this weekend. They've been almost in unison every single lap of every single session. It's been Rins or Mir that have been looked at by Quartararo, and vice versa as well. So one of the last riders out on circuit there then, Maverick Vinales. Here comes Taka Nakagami. He was one of the first out for the second stint. He's got so much belief in his own speed that he doesn't need to follow anyone. Could it be a famous pole for Nakagami? Well, this lap already is rolled out of. He looked over his shoulder. There's a few anxious faces down in the Mitsu LTR, but they know they're so close to a famous pole position here for Taka Nakagami. There is Joan Mir. Such a crucial 3 minutes coming up for the World Championship leader, but he's got company. Alex Marquez just behind him, and then the two Tech 3 KTMs, although Mir himself is up behind Cal Crutchlow. So this group of riders have got 2 flying laps left in this session with big, that was a big head shake, wasn't it? Big speed wobble for Fabio Quartararo. That was a bucking Bronco. That's so easy to do as well, out of the final corner, because there's a crest there, you get on the curves. Let's see a replay. Yeah, it's because he took too much curb on the inside. That's what caused him the issue. Teeth battle event for Fabio Quartararo. Johann Zarco did keep the soft tyre back, as Simon Crayford pointed out. He's still on that front row. It'd be a brilliant job by Zarco, having come out of Q1. It's looking like that. Mir is leaving it all to chance for one flying lap, because there's absolutely nobody other than Johann Zarco on a hot lap right now. Last time he qualified in the front row was Bruno. He managed to get on the podium as well that day. Winding up for a last lap attack then here, the Frenchman. The Frenchman on the front row at the moment, but not the one we expected. That's the man who's doing the business right now, number 5, Johann Zarco. And this will be his last flying lap of the session. All eyes at the moment, looking at the sectors. They're all grey right now, which means that there's no one on a personal best lap. There's no one on an outright best sector. Pol Espargaro and Maverick Vinales are 2/10 down through the first sector. Joan Mir, you can see, is about to cross the line, bottom left of your picture, and this is it for Joan Mir, a 1-lap shot at it, so you can keep your eyes on him. Just belting lap time coming in from Pol Espargaro, bearing in mind he's only got a brand new medium rear tyre left at his disposal. Any position a bonus now for Pol Espargaro, given the fact that he's run out of soft tyres. Now this is fan time in that third sector as well. Here is Franco Morbidelli at the moment, P2 for him. Pol Espargaro still within a quarter of a second. And up in sector 2 again is Taka Nakagami. Now the Maverick Vinales, is he going to make it over the line? He's going to probably just take the checkered flag for one more lap at it. It's going to be super tight. It will be close. This is going to be very close. He will just, I think. Yeah, he does. Wow.
Balap took the checkered flag. He was about, what, 50 metres behind.
Nakagami smoking it. What a lap this is. It's going to be a 146 from Taka Nakagami. Is this going to be pole position?
Surely it is.
Coming in then to the last couple of corners, the Idemitsu LCR team, they will be going mad here. He's just got to keep it squeaky clean around this final corner. There's a bit of a wobble there. He keeps it in track limits. Across the line for Nakagami. A 46.882. What a lap!
Surely that's pole position for Taka Nakagami. Lucio Cecchinello looks on. He tries to find out if anybody's putting that under threat, and it is coming under threat from who else but Fabio Quartararo, who had an excellent second sector. They can't celebrate just yet. LCR Honda, Nakagami in pole position for now. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be very, very close. Look at that, the gap between Nakagami and Quartararo. Late fall for Johann Zarco. He's down to 800 per second.
Mir's 12th. It's a nightmare for Mir. The World Championship leader will start from the 4th row. Crutchlow up to 5th.
What about Fabio Quartararo? Is he going to break Taka Nakagami's heart? No Japanese pole in 16 years. Did that big moment there coming out the final corner cost?
Yes, it did.
It did.
Time.
Rins on the front row.
Wow! Alex Rins on the front row, but for how long? Maverick Vinales accelerating out of turn 15. Can he upset Alex Rins? I can barely believe what we're seeing here. The World Championship leader's 12th, and Taka Nakagami is about to become the first Japanese rider, surely, on pole in 16 years in MotoGP. What a year this is. Where does Maverick put himself? Can he get himself on the front row here and push off Alex Rins? No, he cannot.
Alex Rins, his first front row since Assen last year when he crashed out of the leader course. He won't thank me for reminding me of that one. But Taka Nakagami, well, he's been brilliant all weekend, both in time attack mode and in his race pace. And he celebrates a first pole position for Japan in MotoGP since Makoto Tamada way back at the end of 2004.
0.9.
Alex Rins has got to find something special then. He's got time, 10 minutes remaining. But at the moment, he's a long way behind where he needs to be and where he wants to be.
Oh, massive high side for Alex Marquez! Ouch, 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 ouch!
That was absolutely huge. Alex Marquez to the moon and back. This spells real trouble for Alex Rins. Real problem as well as right now. It's going to be qualifying in 14th spot. Jose Manuel Casal, he thinks this game over, surely.
The big news is he will not go through to Q2. What a result this is for Fabio Quartararo. He had to dig deep there.
Binder and Quartararo are your two men advancing into Q2.
15-minute session coming up to decide the grid for the Valencian Grand Prix here tomorrow. Spits of rain ahead of this qualifying session.
A podium for Mir tomorrow. It doesn't matter what happens to Alex Rins and Fabio Quartararo. It's game over.
This is more like it from Fabio Quartararo, who goes pole with a 30.9. Excellent stuff from the Frenchman. Pole for Miguel Oliveira, a 30.839. The 10-3 man. Outstanding job from him. He's been nowhere near pole so far this year.
He's going to be close, very close. Should be front row for Nakagami. Over the line he comes. It is a front row. 1:30.890.
Across the line. Where is he going? Here he comes. He goes pole. A 30.7. We have a KTM 1-2 in Valencia.
It's over the line comes Pol Espargaro. And it is a KTM 1-2-3 on the grid in Valencia. But here comes Maverick Vinales trying to gate crash the party.
Across the line for Maverick. Oh, what a lap! What a lap!
These are the best track conditions.
Miller's on another planet.
Oh, what a charge.
This has got to be pole position for Jack Miller. Across the line, Thriller Miller, a 30.2.
That's a brilliant lap time by Miller. He's well up over 3.5 tenths clear then.
What about Mir? 10th. He can't get any better than 10th, but Franco Morbidelli's coming now. Is he going pole? Yes! 30.1 for Morbidelli. Outstanding work from him.
Oh, wow, can you believe it? The three main men in the 2020 MotoGP World Championship tomorrow in what could be the title decider are starting 12th, 14th and 11th respectively. It'll be Mir from 12th and Fabio Quartararo and Alex Rins 37 points behind him there, 11th and 14th respectively. On on the money, trying to knock Taka Nakagami off top spot. 1:45.30 is the time that Miller set his sights on.
It's close though, it's really close, and Polispargro's not far away, just behind as well. Looking elsewhere at the times, no one else making an immediate threat for it other than Miller. Polispargro, sector 3 will flash up shortly.
Yeah, Polispargro, not a bad man to follow around this track, is it, Jack Miller? He might have got some track position pretty spot on here, Polispargro, on that factory KTM. It will be very, very close this between Miller and Nakagami for pole as it stands right now. It's all about how Jack Miller can handle the power of the Ducati, but it will spin over turn 13. How he can manage his final sector on that GP20.
Oh, and he's almost down, and that's surely going to cost him. He'll have the speed down to start, finish straight on Nakagami, but how much time has he lost there with that moment at turn 14? He does lose a good 3/10. Second place, though, at the moment for Miller, and Polispargro's just gone onto the front row.
Well, if he happened to be on the front row, Miller, because he was nearly on the deck there, that was mighty, mighty close. Polispargro, as we said, he got that perfectly timed to slot in behind Miller and get himself on the front row as well.
I'll keep an eye on Miller's first sector time, which will be coming up shortly. He went out with a soft rear tyre there, and Miller won't do it on this lap either. Is that it for Jack Miller? Half a second down in sector 1. Estimated P5 for the World Championship leader here, Juan Mir. Dobby is on a decent lap, and he needs it. He's 3/10 down through sector 2. Oliveira's up by over a tenth in the first sector now as well. 3 minutes left here in qualifying for the Grand Prix of Europe.
Here's Juan Mir then, fires the Suzuki over the line, and it's good enough for the front row. Third place goes the World Championship leader, Andrea Dovizioso, aborted a hot lap on his first run right at the end of it. He's just winding up the power of that Ducati now, just trying to get some temperature in those tyres. Here comes Miguel Oliveira, who's lost a lot of time in that second split, and Alex Rins, he's not giving up this battle as well for pole position. It's still Nakagami that holds the advantage with a 45.30. That's just under 4/10 clear of Miller in second.
Dobby's still got work to do. There's time, 2.5 minutes left of the session, but he's in last in this session, he's 12th. Alex Rins then. Oh, this would be a turn up for the books. His last pole position, ladies and gentlemen, was Moto 2, Austin, 2016.
Has Oliveira got anything left in his locker? Has he had to use up more tyres coming through that opening qualifying session? Here is Alex Rins then, and he's still up. This is going to be very, very close. Very close indeed. Taka Nakagami's 1:45.30. Well, it's coming up.
Someone's crashed in the
biggest
background.
threat.
Someone's crashed. I think that was Nakagami. It was behind Rins though. Rins comes across the line. He's got it. He's
5,000th of a second. How tight was that?
Mir as well is on a decent lap, but I think Mir will go into a yellow flag zone because of the crash for Taka Nakagami at the last corner, and he was only 7,000 down.
Shoan Zarco was up by 7/10 of a second. Zarco was absolutely blitzing it through the first 3 sectors. Nobody was even going to be close to the Frenchman.
This lap won't count. Juan Mir's going to come across the line here. The number 36. He goes into third, but it won't count. And likewise there.
What about Zarco?
Well, the thing is that he was back on his bike, so will the yellow flags have been withdrawn?
Well, although the yellow flag's been withdrawn,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Wow.
Aleix Espargaro now is about to come across the line as well, and he's in contention. He's not far away. Aleix Espargaro coming across the line. He goes to 4th. There's a minute left in this session.
Did Zarco back out of it because he saw the yellow flags, because he was up by 7/10 of a second at one point. Alex Rins then quick through the first 2 sectors yet again. So is Polispargaro. Suzuki on the brink of their first MotoGP pole position in 5 long years. Will it be Alex Rins to take it? Both Suzukis right now sitting on the front row of the grid, but Zarco again super, super strong in that first sector, and so is Polispargaro, so is Rins. It's anybody's.
Yeah, this is wide open. Davide Brivio can't watch. What a moment this would be if his 2 Suzuki boys were on the front row. It's a nightmare at the moment for 2 big championship contenders. Quartararo is 11th and Dobby's in 12th.
Zarco again has had an excellent second sector. Now he's up by over a quarter of a second.
Polispargaro. He's pole! 45.434. But what about Zarco and Rins? Here comes Rins again. Does he now pounce back? No, close.
Rins missed out then by 400ths. What about about Johan Zarco? This one is not done and dusted yet. Zarco in 7th place at the moment, and he's still up by nearly 0.2 of a second. There's the Frenchman. We've become accustomed to seeing French talent taking pole position in MotoGP. Today it will not be Fabio Quartararo. He's floundering again in these wet conditions. 1.5 seconds back, but what about Johan Zarco? Here's the world champion Antoni Halim. Is he back on the front row? No. 4th will be the best for him. Here comes Zarco though. Is it a sensational pole?
The flying Frenchman comes across the line. The checkered flag's out. He's missed out. At the moment, it's going to be Rins on pole, and he's up by another 0.2 in sector 1. It's not over yet though. Oliveira is also up in sector 1.
How much time was Zarco losing in the 4th split? Back with Alex Rins, 2nd place. Needs to find about half a 10th rather.
It's looking like this is going to be Pol Espargaro's pole position. It really is. KTM could well be on pole here in Valencia. Alex Rins is not far away though.
Did that time, did he, as well, Pol Espargaro behind Jack Miller. Brilliant. What about Miguel Oliveira? Can he recover that time in the last 2 sectors? He's deep now into the 3rd sector. Let's track him as he comes out of the 3rd split right now. No, he's gone. Oliveira.
Pole's on pole. Pol Espargaro will be pole for the European Grand Prix unless Alex Rins can somehow find 0.2 of a second on the start-finish straight.
Which is unlikely, but never say never in MotoGP. Suzuki are going to be denied their first pole in 5 years by the narrowest of margin, just 0.04 of a second. Miguel Oliveira is going to be a little bit disappointed, having looked so good in both FP4 and Q1.